Shut up and sit down.
Hey, welcome to the Old Stogies Uncut podcast, brought to you by the Old Stogie Company Mobile Cigar Lounge. I'm Randy.
And I'm Shane.
And we are coming to you from the Mobile Cigar Lounge. We're going to be talking a bit about whiskey,
Cigars,
a little bit of everything,
and a whole lot of nothing.
Yep, and you don't want to miss a minute of it. So find a comfortable place to sit, pour a drink, light a stick, because we're going to be coming at you. Stand by. Guys, this segment of the show was brought to you by 705 Designs. Now listen, if you're a business owner, you've got to cut through all the static of all the competitors and get your message to the right people at the right time. 705 can do that for you. There's some great people. They're going to do great work in your marketing aspect and your website aspect. You really need to go check them out. I promise you will not be disappointed. SEVENOFIVE designs.com. They produce our show. They're good folks. Check them out. 705designs.com. Hey guys, we are the Old Stogies, and this is the Old Stogie Uncut podcast. I'm Randy.
And I'm Shane.
And we are technology moguls. We are creating this podcast on something called Zoom.
I feel like those two old Muppet guys up in the bell tower over there, up at the top. That's what I feel like.
Well, some things never change. So you put the Muppet guys on the computer, and then it would. Yeah, that's us. Yeah. That's us. But we're still here. We're still smoking, and life's a little crazy right now. Things are a little crazy, but
we're both sitting outside, so you guys might catch some background noise.
Yeah. You're probably gonna catch some background noise because I'm out on my back patio and Shane's out on his, and yeah.
My neighbors are a bit kind of redneckish, so you might hear a four-wheeler here in a minute running down the street.
All right, we're counting on that.
Yeah, well,
counting on it. Yeah. So
I'll offer up the yeehaw when they do it.
Oh, great! I'd like to hear that. So Shane, I thought it was kind of a special occasion. Our first podcast back in the middle of all of this nonsense that's going on. I broke out a Firethorn, Southern Draw Firethorn. Yeah,
been a while.
Yeah. It has been a while. Yeah. So special cigar, special occasion, and got a nice glass of bourbon. And how about you? What are you smoking?
Well, actually, I didn't want to have to, the whole stay home, stay safe. I didn't want to have to drive across town and go get me a nice Southern Draw. So I just have a couple of these factory smokes that are made by Drew Estates.
Oh, yeah. How are those?
Oh, man, they're actually really good for just an everyday smoke.
Really?
Yeah, they're not bad. I mean, honestly, I wish I had, a Jacobs right now from Southern Draw. But, hey, this is going to do the trick. Plus, I don't want to smoke up all our inventory while we're kind of shuttered, to use your term.
I got you.
So,
yeah.
And I am not drinking a bourbon for one of the first times in our podcast history.
All right, who are you and what have you done with Shane?
You're right. No, my wife asked me what I wanted for breakfast this week, and I told her Bloody Marys. So she went and got the stuff. So I thought, hey, if you buy a box of Pop-Tarts at 3 p.m, you're going to have one that night. So that's kind of where I am. I'm having a Bloody Mary right now.
All right. Nice. So a good cigar with a Pop-Tart. That's excellent.
Yeah, pretty much. Depending on how long this goes, I might switch to bourbon.
Oh, there you go. We were out this afternoon. Had to go over and see my wife's mother. We had to take her some food. She's 93 years old. She's still living on her own, and we don't want her getting out in the post-apocalyptic Mad Max, which is what the grocery stores are these days.
Right.
So we take her food every day, every couple of days, just so she doesn't have to get out. And on the way home, we saw a place that was open, an Italian food restaurant we like to eat. If you're from the area, it's Joe's. Joe's,
good place.
Yeah, Italian. Yeah. And so we called them, and they were open. They were doing curbside and everything. They brought us out an 18-inch pepperoni pizza for $10.
Wow.
That's an everyday special.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, just during the pandemic or?
No, just during the pandemic, just during the quarantine, it's they're calling it some kind of quarantine special, and so as a treat, because we haven't eaten out in I don't know how long, and so we stopped and got us a big ass pizza. Had to make 2 trips to the car. It was that big.
You get more out of it if you cut it into 12 as opposed to 8 slices.
True, but I can't eat 12 slices. So.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah,
I can eat 8. I can eat 8.
I can eat 8, but I can't eat 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, last Sunday for Easter, I had to run to Walmart. I got my PPE on, my mask, my everything like that. Excellent. I go there and I see all these people in Walmart. I mean, I just needed to pick up one little thing, and actually I needed a cord so we could do this.
Yeah.
And I saw all these people, and I just kind of thought to myself, I said, you all are here on the day that Jesus rose from the dead. And looking at most of you, if you catch the Rona, ain't none of you coming back.
Anybody dressed in trash bags or?
With Walmart, of course they were.
Of course, yeah, that's every day. Yeah. Anybody with like a dry cleaning bag over their head or anything? Or,
a couple I wanted to put it over.
Yeah, well, a couple probably needed it. So, yeah. So, there's an old Chinese curse that says, "May you live in interesting times," and I think we're there, Shenanigans. I think we're there.
I do believe so.
Yeah.
I think we're on the downside of it, though.
Well, you know what? I've been saying this since day one. It's either going to get better or worse, one or the other.
Wow, you're kind of really hedging your bets there, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm kind of a Nostradamus kind of guy, man. I see things, I know things. Yeah. So
you see things because you drink way too much.
I will not disagree with that. Will not disagree with that. The liquor store that 2 miles from my home down here has got a liquor store, and they're doing curbside. So what you're supposed to do is you pull up there and you call them on the phone, and they come out. And we pulled up in there a couple days ago, and we picked our phone up, and the door opened, and here they come carrying 2 bottles of what we wanted. We didn't even order. They know us so well.
Yeah, that's either preferred customer or alcoholic. I mean, either way, they got your number.
2 things can be true at once.
That's good.
So, call it what you will. Call it what you will. Well, we got some good cigar talk on this podcast. I think we want to get to, but first, I still have drink, but my ice is gone, so I really need to re-ice.
I thought you were making your own ice now. You want to tell everybody that recipe again?
Well, it starts with water.
This is grandmother's recipe, by the way. I just wanted to point that out.
Absolutely. This goes back like 3 generations. Yeah, nobody makes it like
this. It can't go back 3
anymore.
generations. It can't physically go back 3 generations. Science.
No.
It can't go back that far.
It kind of does.
That's like 450 years. They had no way to make ice. Well, they could chip it. I guess they could chip it off the North Pole, but they had no way to make it.
Yeah, well, they chipped it. They chipped it out of the glaciers.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go chip some more ice out of this glacier, and then we'll talk cigars, eh? What do you think?
Sounds like a plan. Yep, there's my neighbors.
All right, there we go. Let's hear the hee-haw.
Yeah, we'll be right back.
We'll be back. All right, we're back. Listen, hope everybody's got something to smoke, something to drink, because we are the Old Stogies Uncut. I'm Randy.
And I'm Shane. We're still here. We're still smoking.
Still here, still smoking. Glad you guys are with us. Appreciate you giving us a listen. So, we're using this Zoom thing, which, that's a new trick, and I'm an old dog. You seem to have caught onto it really well, which I'll never understand how, but the point is,
thanks. I appreciate that.
The point is that this is a podcast, and so it's audio. It's not video, which is a shame because looking at this little screen here, I look good.
Which screen are you looking at?
Well, maybe not the same one you're looking at.
Where's your personal assistant who lights you?
Because she's actually in the house making banana bread, just as the pioneers would. So
I've never seen anybody with purple hair make banana bread. So that's kind of.
Yeah. It's kind of a cross between Pink and Betty Crocker. It's kind of interesting.
It's a pink crocker.
There you go. But yeah, she's doing that. She's going to come out and sit in here in a little bit, and she produces our Facebook Live, and so yeah, she wants to make sure everything is copacetic.
Still not as good as Stacy, who produced our radio show, but
Stacy's got a special gift.
Yeah, well, Stacy was nicer to me than your wife is. I'd like to point that out.
Well, I am not going to disagree with any of that. I'm just Stacy was a very good producer. Stacy, if you're listening, thank you so much.
Stacy better be listening.
Yeah, she better be listening. She better have subscribed to this thing, right? Yeah. So, listen, speaking of subscription, do you want to tell them the perks they get when they subscribe to our podcast?
Ear orgasms.
That's it. Yep. You get to hear us. That's your perk right there.
Yeah.
But everything on the online store, if you're a subscriber to the podcast, is all full price. So enjoy
full
that.
Price.
Yeah,
Plus 20.
Except until the end of April.
Right. Everything is 20% off.
Yes, absolutely.
Including my shirt when you purchase.
Yeah. So what's the code to get that 20% off, Shane? Corona. That's it. And the website, sir?
Oh, what is it? No, I'm just kidding. It's oldstogiecompany.com, and I have other neighbors on their Harley.
All right. This is great. I'm still waiting for the yeehaw.
No, I'm not going to do a yeehaw with the Harley.
Okay.
You know what they say about those Harleys? When you ride a Harley, you ride the best.
Yeah.
Usually ride a mile and walk the rest, but
what's the story that Staff Sergeant Barnes told us?
The only time he ever had a Harley pass him because he drives a Kawasaki?
Was it a Suzuki?
One of those keys.
Yeah, one of those keys.
Yeah. But he said the only time he ever got passed by a Harley Davidson when it was on a trailer pulled by a Toyota Tundra. So go figure that out.
Yeah, there's a riddle for you right there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Shane, let's talk a little bit about cigars today. You want to do that?
Well, I'd just like to point out that we're having this house kind of reworked that we're living in right now.
Yeah.
Oh, there's purple.
Yeah.
So we're having the house reworked. So our plumber brought me a book. It's the 500-year history of Havana cigars. And I am so excited to tell everybody about everything that I've read in that book.
Yeah.
But I've only had it a day, and I've only had to take a shit once. So that's only had to read it for 15, 20 minutes. So I don't know a lot right now.
So you made it through the table of contents is what you're saying.
I do know this, that the punch cigar was first invented back in the early 1600s. And what's the other one? Romeo and Julieta was in the late 1600s.
Really?
Yeah, I do know that.
Those have been around for a while.
Yeah, been around for a long time.
And that was in Havana?
Havana.
I had heard, and maybe you can either confirm or deny this rumor, but I had heard that a lot of cigars like the Romeo and Juliet and the Monte Cristo were actually named in Cuba names of literature, names of books to appeal to the people in North America.
I've heard that same thing too,
Yeah.
but I don't believe so when you realize that we're talking the 1600s when Punch, there's no book, literature back then named Punch.
Yeah.
Romeo and Juliet, they're named after families. So basically, and I mean, like I said, I was on the crapper, so I'm only 8 pages into it. I mean, it's a big book.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm a slow reader.
Yeah.
I'm a long pooper, but I'm a slow reader. But I mean, we're talking the 1600s.
Too much information, dude.
Well,
Yeah.
Turn to page 4. But no, I mean, I don't know if that's true necessarily, just because honestly, I think when what I read, you could almost put the cigar people back then, the tobacco people. I mean, we're talking almost like the cartel back then.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, they ran stuff.
Yeah. Well, tobacco was huge back then.
Well, no, they believed it had medicinal qualities.
You mean it doesn't?
Well, science today proves that it has anti-medicinal qualities.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. I mean, I got to read farther and stay tuned. I'll let you know.
Yeah, let us know. Let us know. I didn't know if that was true or not, though.
I did see a picture from the guy in the it's probably late 60s, early 70s. Looked pretty much like me if I was working on a cigar farm. He's out there. He's got a big old fat Toro Stogie in his mouth while picking tobacco.
Really?
And guys, I apologize. My phone keeps going off over here.
Ah,
Let me fix that.
that's
But
me.
yeah,
Keep
I mean,
texting.
he's holding up tobacco leaves while smoking a cigar. I'm
Wow.
like, yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
How about that? But you know what? I don't know. And see what you think about this. I mean, you go back 300 or 400 years and people would smoke pipes. They'd smoke cigars. I think the cigarette is a fairly recent, and when I say recent, the past 150 years.
Since NASCAR started.
Well, yeah, maybe so. Maybe so. But I mean, the cigar and the pipe goes back hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of years.
Right.
And, 500 years ago, the average person was much less sedentary than we are today.
True.
You see where I'm going?
Yeah, sort of.
So I'm wondering if it's not so much the tobacco, but the lifestyle combined with the tobacco.
Well, and I mean, they didn't know near as much as we do now. I mean, supposedly there was a baby born, and I'm just kind of giving you the highlights, paraphrasing. There was a baby born, stillborn, and this particular priest or doctor, I don't know which one it was, I have to reread that paragraph again, blew cigar smoke on this baby, and it came to life.
Wow.
Right. I'm just thinking it was a girl. Name was Karen. Didn't like smoke to begin with. Just started crying.
Yeah, waving his hand in front of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm going to talk to a manager now. So I don't know. I don't know if that's medicinal or you just pissed off a baby. Is all you did.
Maybe so. Now, I don't know if it's medicinal, but I think our 21st century and our 20th century lifestyle has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
I mean, you go out and you work in the field for 8 hours and you sit down and have a cigar. I'm thinking maybe it's not going to affect you the same way as sitting in front of an LCD computer screen for 8 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, and I mean, that goes with food as well.
Well, same thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, they were a lot skinnier back then. And
well, sure. Yeah.
What's the word? I'm gonna try and say it. Sinewy.
Sinewy. Yes.
Sinewy?
Sinewy.
Oh, good God.
What you got going there, Blucker?
Some guy that's working on his, what is it? Mustang. Working on his Mustang.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. You think nice.
That doesn't sound nice. Mustang's nice.
Mustangs are nice, but I mean, it's the cheap ones that look like it's the ones from the 80s that look like the Caprice.
Oh, yeah, I got you.
Yeah, the piece of crap ones.
Yeah.
He's always out there revving it up. I'm like, yeah. Impress me. Drive it up a tree. Yes, son of a...
That'll rev it up. So, hey, I ran across some numbers the other day I was looking at. And,
all right.
What I saw is in 2014, now this was 6 years ago, okay? So things have probably changed since then. But in 2014, they did a study and found that 17.4 million U.S. adults smoke cigars. 17.5 million.
Out of what, like 300-400?
Well, if you're looking at just adults,
Oh,
figure,
right.
you know,
Yeah. That's a good number.
that's a pretty good number. It's like 7.5% of the population.
Yeah. Well, I think they said, what was the last number I read? It was like there's been since early 2000, like 120% or 126% increase in cigar sales, smokers, stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw the same thing. Sure
Yeah.
did. Now, this one will knock your socks off too.
Not wearing any.
Well, in 2017, the United States imported 330 million premium cigars.
Wow.
That's one cigar for every man, woman, and child in the United States. That's the most since 1998. I mean, from 2014 to 2017, it increases like 15%. The amount of cigars that are imported in the United States. I mean, the slope is fairly steep of cigars coming in. Now, take a guess as to who the biggest supplier was.
Kennedy.
No, the country. The country. What country?
Probably Dominican Republic.
Oh, good guess. Good guess. Actually, Nicaragua.
Same thing. Same thing.
Same thing.
I mean, if you're President Trump, it's the same thing.
It's the same thing. Yeah, as long as it's not China.
Right?
Just saying. But yeah, I couldn't believe that. That's just imported. That does not account for domestic production. I mean, that's a lot of cigars.
Yeah. I mean, no, seriously. I mean, I'm kind of leaning into that. I mean, I smoke more than my fair share. So there's a lot of 4 and 5-year-old kids out there that aren't getting cigars because of me.
And we thank you for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do thank you for that.
Just the 4 and 5-year-olds. Now the 6, 7, and 8s, man, they're on their own.
Yeah. It is interesting how some of these sites spin things. So we all know that the smoking age went to 21.
Right.
And I think that's a federal thing. I'm not so sure that's a state thing. I believe that's a federal thing, that the smoking age has gone to 21.
Sure.
But the 17.4 million U.S. adults smoke cigars. That came from a website called tobaccofreekids.org. Now, that's a worthy goal. And I think it's incumbent on everyone who handles cigars or retails cigars to keep tobacco out of the hands of kids.
Well,
No
I mean,
question.
fine kids.
Well, under 21, according to the law.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what I'm saying is an 18-year-old guy can get drafted and go overseas and fight for us, but he can't have a cigar?
Exactly. That's where I'm landing.
Yeah, no. But I mean 12, 14, 15-year-old kids have got no business. Absolutely got no business with any kind of tobacco. Agreed?
You're asking me or the
No,
people
I'm asking
listening?
you. I'm asking you.
A 15-year-old? I mean, I don't know how many times I stole cigarettes from my parents and convenience stores at the age of 15. So,
Yeah, but, you know, cigarettes have only been around for 150
I
years.
paid for it later.
Yeah, exactly. But this site is citing that 7.3% of U.S. adults smoke cigars every day, some days, or rarely. And then they go on to say that this means that there's a serious public health issue. Because
You mean
7%,
like Rona?
I don't know. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, no, that's one of the things about this Rona thing. She's like, you hear people online. I saw 12 people at Walmart, and they had their kids with them. And they're going to die. I'm like, really? You put them in a car?
Yeah.
I mean, you have a better chance of dying in a car accident than you do with this Rona virus. I'm sorry. I'm go ahead. I apologize.
No. I see those kind of things too about this. It's like, 6 feet away or 6 feet under. Really?
Yeah.
That assumes 100% transmittability and 100% fatality. No, that's not. No, sorry.
Yeah.
Now, staying away from people, good idea.
Right. I've been doing it for years.
Yeah.
It's called I Hate People. No, I used to wake up a lot of times when my dad was still alive. And, I'm like 12, 13 years old, something like that. And my dad's just in a piss poor mood, just horrible mood. I'm like, you ask him very nicely, Dad, what's wrong? He's like, I hate people. I'm like, wow, what a horrible thing for somebody to say. And then I turned 32 and I'm like, oh yeah, I get it. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I know exactly. My neighbors, for one,
Listen, if you're Shane's neighbor and you're listening, he doesn't mean that.
Yes, he does.
I had to say it in the radio voice. It sounded better, I think.
All right. I just leaned in.
Yeah, I noticed that.
So give me some more stats there, stat boy.
Well, you know what? I'm going to take a break and relight this cigar. It seems to have gone out on me. So
we're going to do an official break?
Let's do an official break.
All right, guys. We're going to be right back in just a minute. I'm actually going to go get a bourbon, get rid of this Bloody Mary.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I call it my salad. I've already had it. So
there you go. Yeah.
I'm ready for the main course, which is a good bourbon.
Now you're talking. Guys, we'll be right back. Stay with us. Hey, we are back. We're the Old Stogies. This is the Old Stogie Uncut podcast. Glad you guys are here. So, Shane, before the break, you asked me for another stat. Some more numbers.
Right.
All right. Yeah. All right. Well, let me ask you a question, and then I'll give you the stat. What do you think is the most popular cigar size out of all the sizes, all the way from Bellissimo to Super Gordo?
Are we letting guys answer this question? Just
No.
guys?
No.
Because they're going to tell you Gordo.
No.
The dark, big Gordos.
This is across all cigar smokers.
Robusto.
You're exactly right. Robusto is the most popular cigar size.
Yeah.
Which kind of caught me by surprise. I didn't think that.
Well, I mean, it's that cigar that every guy holds up and shows his wife and goes, look, that 6-inch cigar is 12 inches.
Actually, a Robusto is defined as 4 3/4 to 5.5 inches with a range of 48 to 52.
Is it like age range? What do you mean range?
Ring size, ring gauge.
Oh, girth.
48 to 52.
Girth. You're talking girth.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, most guys lie about that as well.
Yeah, pretty much. I would have thought maybe Corona. I don't know. Corona's slightly smaller. But I understand Corona's lost a lot of popularity in the last 2 months.
It's true. Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
What are you going to do? But
you got another stat? You got another stat?
That's all the numbers I got for today.
So I was thinking about just kind of a segment filler here.
All right.
Follow me. Tell me what you think. We do these shows. We're about, 10 shows in?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. We did 6 months of radio.
Yeah.
We know a lot of people. I mean, I'm not saying that we're celebrities. I mean, if you want to do the whole celebrity thing, I mean, we're like W celebrities. We're not A-list. We're like W-list.
I was thinking more like J or K, but
really?
Yeah.
Where do you get J and K? Just kidding.
I just, it's we're not A-list by any means, but W.
I was thinking W-list.
Oh no, I'm thinking J-list, K-list, something like that.
But anyway, what do you think about a segment where we ask you to tell everybody out there something about you that maybe they don't know, and let me pick it apart for fun? I mean,
so we're just going to do a typical third segment.
Third segment.
Yeah. All right. I got you. And then I'm going to do the same, and then I'm going to return the favor. Yes.
You're going to try, but
Okay.
yes.
All right, I got you.
Yeah. So, Randy, tell everybody out there something about you that they may not know. And I mean, it could be completely off the wall, something that maybe even Purple Nurple doesn't even know. I mean, just something.
Oh, no. Well, a lot of people don't know. Now, a lot of people do know that my day job, by trade, I am a photographer. My wife and I are both photographers. And
Oh, really?
yes.
I'm just kidding.
Well, you knew that. She has been for 20 years, and I have been for full time for 15 years, and 22 years. She's correcting me. 22 years. She's been a full time.
Oh, the producer is in the building.
Yes, she is in the building. Yes. Let me sit up straighter. You can't see, but I'm actually sitting up straighter.
Well, you look lit better. I know she's holding a flashlight on you just so you look better in the video.
Yeah. Well, she's I'm almost empty on bourbon, so trust me, I'm lit. But
Will she go get you another one? Probably not.
No, I don't think so. But what some people may not know about me is that I'm very active in the local community theater group, and I do a lot of theater productions.
Shut your mouth.
Yeah, I will.
No, I've noticed from the theater part of you. No, you won't.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit of the productions, or some of the stuff you've done.
Oh, you know what? I've been doing theater ever since I was a teenager, all the way up to now, with me being 39. I don't know how many years that is.
So you're a virgin, is what you're saying.
No. I got to get back to my Halo game. Just no. Actually, next month I'll be 59. So
wow.
Yeah.
You don't look a day over 58 and a half.
Wow, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
It's still a compliment, no matter how you look at it.
It's not the years; it's the mileage. So, yeah. So I've been doing theater for over 40 years, and just really enjoy it. And I've done everything from Shakespeare to original works. So,
I know you did recently. You did a play with my wife.
Yes.
So.
Yeah.
No, an actual play, guys. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah. Don't go there. But it was an original piece written by a local playwright, where I actually played Poseidon, the god of the seas, and it was interesting. It was fun.
No, it was really good, really, really good.
Thank you.
I get to see a few of the.
Is that it?
Do what?
In spite of me being in it. Is that
No. I thought honestly, I think that might have been the first one that I watched. I mean, I got to see a few of the practices and stuff as well.
Yeah. Rehearsals. You rehearse plays. You practice baseball.
Oh, thanks for that correction.
Yeah.
No, I'm just saying, I get to watch some of the rehearsals.
Okay, that's better.
And no, I thought you guys were excellent. I mean, I was really, really impressed.
Thank you very much.
You're very good. People can hear it in your voice.
Thank you very much.
No, not that one.
Not that one?
No, not
you
that
must
one.
be talking about my radio voice.
Yeah, that one.
That one, the one you hate so much. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so there's that. And so now I'm going to turn it around on you. Let's hear something about you that many of the listeners may not be able to tell by the sound of your voice.
I am an avid pool or billiards player.
He is, and he's 7 feet tall.
No. I am the guy that walks into a pool hall, and I grew up. My dad used to take me to like seedy pool hall bars all the time when I was young, because he liked to go play poker off in the corner, and he just loaded me up with quarters to go play pool, and that's where I grew up. So I basically grew up in a pool hall. So I'm one of those guys that, when I walk into a pool hall, I do not look like somebody that knows what they're doing, but I can sit in the corner, and just by watching the way people make their bridge, you know what a bridge is, right?
Yeah, that's the thing over troubled waters. Yeah.
Right. No, the way they place their hand on the table to hold the stick, I can tell whether they know what they're doing whether they don't know what they're doing.
Yeah.
I can walk into a pool hall. I can tell you who the hustlers are, who the hustlers aren't.
Yeah.
I've had several pool tables on my own.
Yeah.
So we've played several times.
We have. Yeah. And I'm making payments on the money I lost to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the first time you saw me shoot pool, how was my bridge? Stop. It's a legitimate question.
No, it is a legitimate question. No, your bridge is fine, but your back arm was all over the fucking place.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, just I couldn't tell if you were getting ready to shoot or just jacking the guy off behind you. I don't know which one was.
The arm it's like a broken chicken wing. I don't know what else to tell you.
Well, okay. Some guys like that. I don't know. That might have been too much for the podcast. I might have to take that out.
This went deep south here. This.
So, I mean, let's see. Let me think one of the better stories I ever had being at a pool table. You ever watched, this is going to age both of us. You ever seen Quigley Down Under?
Yes.
Yeah, the one with Tom Selleck where he was a sharpshooter in Australia, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm in this pool hall. It's a pool hall I used to go to all the time. I mean, when I walked in, they had the rack of balls. They had the stick that I liked, everything just ready to go. I just walk up and they're like, here you go. You know, they knew who I was because I went in there all the time.
Yeah.
So I was playing a sort of friend, you know, an acquaintance, and we were playing on a 9-foot table. And I mean, we weren't playing for a lot. We were playing like $5 a game, something like that. You know, which is what you do when you're just having a few drinks. You know, you want to make it interesting. And I think I was up like $50. I won like 10 games straight.
Wow.
And he said, you know, it's a 9-foot table.
Yeah.
He's like, hey, let's go play over on the 6-foot tables. Bar boxes is what we call them. Smaller tables. I'm like, yeah, I don't like bar boxes. I go, I just don't like those small tables.
Yeah.
We played a couple more games. I won a little bit more. He's like, no, come on. He just kept harassing me about it. Let's go play. He goes, I'm much better on those. I'm like, I don't really like the 6-foot tables. So finally.
6-foot table. That's what they call bumper pool, right? Isn't that?
Yeah. No. A little bit bigger. Most of your bars have that you put quarters in. It's a 6-foot table bar box.
I'm just messing with you. Go ahead.
Yeah. So I was like, all right, fine. We'll go play over there. And so we switched tables. We went over to this bar box. And about 4 games into it, he was down $20. And he looked at me and he's like, I thought you said you weren't any good on these 6-foot tables. I'm like, oh, I didn't say I wasn't any good. I just said I didn't like them. Quigley Down Under. And if you watch the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Now, will that be cash or charge?
Right.
Well, I thought I was abysmal at pool until I played you. And now I know that I'm abysmal at pool. So thanks for.
But we have a good time, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. You know, what's pool without a little bourbon and witty banter?
Well, that's one thing that helps me out. If I get somebody that wants to play pool and walks in with me and they decide to drink bourbon exactly at the same amount that I drink bourbon and play pool.
Yeah.
No, it's done.
Big mistake.
Big mistake.
Big.
Yeah, because I'm usually a little bit better in pool, but I'm a lot better in bourbon.
I waste your time on the pool thing then. I'm just.
Yeah, because you can't win any money at bourbon drinks or bourbon bets.
I don't know about that. But I could be wrong.
So, anyway, that's the one thing about me. If now that my picture is out there, if you see me in a pool hall, come play me.
Yeah,
bring cash, but come play me.
Bring cash, American money.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, that's good. That was a good thing there, so that the listeners and our huge fans can know something a little more about us.
Yeah. But yeah, when I walk into a pool hall, I definitely don't look like a guy that knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
Actually, a friend of mine, Tony, remember, nicest guy in Amarillo.
Nicest guy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Hey,
he's got this really
Tony
crazy.
listen to this? Does Tony listen to this podcast?
He's gonna start. I'm gonna
really
make.
should.
Well, at least this episode.
Well, yeah.
We're talking about him.
Yeah,
But,
absolutely.
He's got this he's from Nebraska, so I mean, he has absolutely no idea what he's doing. I mean, he's all
That's a
hyped
good
up
place
on.
to be from.
Huh?
That's a good place to be from.
Well, he's all hyped up on fried mayonnaise balls. I mean, it's just crazy. But he's got this weird bridge that he does. I mean, it looks like a beginner. I mean, it looks like a 8-year-old out there, you know. And he's not a. I mean, he's not good. But I used to mimic it at home because I had a pool table at home, and I would mimic that bridge. And I mean, literally, I'm not the only person that looks at bridges when people are playing pool. I would mimic that bridge, and I mean, people would just walk up and go, "Hey, you want to play? You want to play? You want to play? You want to play for $10 a game? You want to play for $20 a game?" Yeah, I'm like, okay, sure. And then the moment we started playing, obviously, I dropped that bridge and started playing with a regular one, and they're like, "Hey, wait a minute. A few minutes ago, you were doing." I'm like, "Hey, a few minutes ago, you were sitting over there." So,
Yeah, exactly.
yeah.
Well, I've never been good at pool, so I salute you.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, I can portray a pool player in a production on stage, but not the real thing. No.
Well, you're going to need me for help to make sure that the bridge is correct.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else you want to talk about, brother?
You know what? My glass is empty. Just saying. What are you drinking there,
Evans?
Evan? Yeah, that's what I had as well. Little Evan with my homemade ice. You can follow me for more recipes. But the secret ingredient is water. And
I thought it was cold.
No, that's kind of expected. But,
Okay.
Yeah. The water is the secret recipe. So the secret ingredient. It's like chopped. You know, today's secret ingredient, water. You know.
Well, cool. So what do you think? Should we wrap this up for our first technology episode?
Probably so.
These are a lot more fun in person.
They're a lot more fun. Yeah, they're definitely a lot more fun. And if you guys are listening, we appreciate you very much. And if you're not listening, you should have been.
How would they know?
It's one of those things like, hey, if you're not here, raise your hand. You know, it's
Right. Exactly. That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. I'm just saying if everybody listening would send it to 2 people and those 2 people would send it to 2 people and so on, we'd be at 1 million people. Yeah.
6. Wait. Yeah, 4, 5.
Yeah. 5. Yeah.
I can't do basic math.
We'd have a huge listenership. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. But anyway, we appreciate you guys turning in and tuning in, not turning in. So people have gone to bed in the middle of the podcast.
Well, tuning's a radio thing. I mean, it's a click in.
Oh, yeah, I guess it is. I appreciate you guys downloading and listening. How's that?
There you go.
Yeah, my old is showing. And listen, if
tuck it back in and pull the zipper up, you'll be all right.
every Friday we do a live on the Facebook. If you're so inclined to see these 2 ugly faces live, then we'd love to have you there. Now, this coming Friday, we've got a good friend, Chris Walling from Dripping Springs, Texas. He's going to be joining us. And so hopefully you can go to the Facebook, Old Stogie Company, you can go to the website at oldstogiecompany.com and tell us
Please
again.
do.
What?
Please do.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Please do. And talk to us a little bit about the cigars that we have online there, Shane. Talk about what we offer and what they can get.
Well, I mean, currently the only cigars we have online right now are cigars that we have smoked, and that's I don't want to say that's our spiel or our thing, but if we haven't tried it, we don't really put it out there to sell, right? Am I
exactly.
right?
Just like in the lounge. If you come in our lounge, the only cigars we have in our humidor for sale are cigars that either you or I or both of us have smoked.
Right.
So when you say, I want a cigar that tastes like XYZ, we can point you in the right direction.
Right. I mean, well, we may not have that particular cigar in the lounge,
Exactly.
but we can point you towards something that's very close to.
Very similar. Has the same characteristics, the same flavor profiles. Yes.
Yes, right. Now, when it comes to the website, if you get on our website, and I mean, we have dropped prices considerably. If you get on our website and you don't see a cigar that you normally like or that you want, message us and we will do our best to find it, and we will guarantee that we will get it cheaper than anybody else online.
Exactly.
So,
yes. And we
did I
have
do well? I get it. Did I do well?
Yo, you did great. You did fantastic.
Right.
You nailed it. You nailed it. Yes. And don't forget, on our website we have cutters, we have ashtrays,
Humidors.
we have humidors, beautiful humidors. I love that humidor that's on there. It's just absolutely gorgeous. We have merch. We've got the official Old Stogie Company cap. We've got the official Old Stogie Company t-shirt. Only available from oldstogiecompany.com store. And if you are not really a cigar smoker, but you want to help support this podcast, because podcasts are expensive. And we definitely need your support. If all you want to do is support our podcast, man, we would appreciate that as well too. And there's a place online for that as well, isn't there?
There is. So, I mean, as little as $5 one-time payment.
Yeah, or $5 a day for the next 6 months would be just fantastic.
Better, yeah, that would be better.
Yeah, but you're going to see things on our store soon. In fact, I think you've already got them up there. Sample packs.
Sample packs, yeah.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah,
Sorry,
that's all right. Yeah. So
I don't have a cough button. You guys get to hear it all.
Yeah, sorry. This is yeah. So anyway, stop by the store. We appreciate you guys downloading and listening to this podcast. This is so fun for us to do, isn't it? Don't you think?
Yeah. No. I'm fully here and having a good time.
Yeah.
No, is that what you meant? I mean,
Yeah,
is
that's
it fun for me? I mean, it's fun for me.
Well, yeah, it's fun for us, but it should be fun for them. Yeah.
Well, okay. Well, yeah. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I guess we're going to close it out for this time. You guys tune in for the next episode, which hopefully will not be so long in production, but will be out much sooner. But until then, remember,
Smoke them if you got them.
and we got them. See you guys next time.
All right. Y'all have a good one.
Shut up and sit down.
Old Stogies Uncut, brought to you by Old Stogie Company and produced by 705 Designs.